When devastation hits, we embark upon this journey of, first it's about surviving. How do I survive the enormous pain and trauma that I am in? How do I make it through to the other side? Some days, how do I even make it through today? What I have found in my own healing journey is that I am doing two things simultaneously. I took this from Richard Rohr, a fantastic author that I love and read often. He says that when we are in midlife, and I'm not going to tell you my age, but you obviously can see I'm approaching midlife. The fact is we are both learning and unlearning. He goes a step further and says religion, if you come from faith, is more about unlearning than it is about learning. Now, if you don't come from faith, the fact is as we grow older, as we emerge into adulthood, out of adolescence, and we start going through real problems in life, not just what TV show we're going to watch, not just little sports and what breakfast choices that my teenagers struggle with, but when you start to go through real life pain and trauma, you start to have to realize you've learned some coping mechanisms. You've learned some arguing skills, some defending skills, some fighting skills that maybe you're going to have to unlearn if you're going to be able to heal. I may not know what you're facing today, but I do know that if you've logged on today to watch me, you probably need some help, some hope, and some fresh vision. And the wonderful thing about growing through pain and devastation is that as we start to heal, there comes what the older generation really specializes in. It is a bright sadness. It's a grounded joy. It's a sober awareness. All of those terms speak to the fact that you're no longer naive to the amount of crisis and pain and trauma and disappointment and despair that real life serves you. You know when you meet a person like that because they have a certain smile. They have a twinkle in their eye where they're happy, they're joyful, but they're not naive. They understand real life means real pain, real problems, real disappointment. Real life means there comes a time when you look at your life and you say, you know what? I didn't see it going this way. And you've probably had to embrace that. You've probably had to come to the point where you look at your life and you say, how did I get where I'm at? I've been there more times than I can count. It's at that point when we start to do work that we start to come to grips with the fact that my life may not look, in fact, it does not look the way I wanted it to look, thought it would look, hoped it would look. And that's okay, because I'm here and I'm making it and I'm refusing to quit. And I'm going to embrace this season of my life to learn everything that I can possibly learn. I'm no longer just continuing to sulk into depression and despair and hopelessness. I'm finding joy, I'm finding contentment, I'm finding peace with the fact that it doesn't look how I wanted it to look, but I can still be hopeful, I can still find meaning, I can still find value. In fact, I can still be joyful because there's a sober joy, there's an awareness that comes from healing. Because as you do work to heal, your perspective changes, your heart changes, your understanding changes. Wherever you might be today, I'm sure that you're in need of some guideposts to navigate through this. If you're very early on, I'm quite sure you feel like you're probably drowning. If you're a few years in, some people might be a decade in and you're still, you're trying to make sense out of it. Today's video is for you. And today I'm going to talk about 4 pillars on how to navigate through the uncertainty that crisis and trauma and disappointment brings to us. Now, I wish I could say I developed all these on my own. I've taken a lot of this from Richard Rohr, but I've put my own spin on them because what I have wanted during some of the darkest parts of my life was just some form of an anchor, some helpful points for me to go, okay, I can try that. Keep it simple. Don't make it difficult. Give me some things that I can hold on to because I'm drowning and I need something to hold on to. I will rip the skin off my fingers holding on to it if it can help me make sense out of the incredible hopelessness and lostness that I feel right now. So today I'm going to give you a few pillars. I hope and pray that they meet you where you're at and bring not just hope, but tangible courage and tangible change to wherever you're at. Number one is gratitude. And I don't just mean, oh, it could be worse, because that's hollow. But when you're going through this type of agony, it is vital that you search out gratitude. I can show you, and I almost brought them today, journal upon journal upon journal of me going through difficult times, searching out things to be grateful for. Sometimes it was my kids. Sometimes it was my health. Sometimes it was just my entire family support system. Sometimes it was my therapist. Sometimes it was that my automobile got me where I needed to be. Sometimes it was a mere meal that brought me contentment. But gratitude is absolutely essential. And I don't just mean this naive kind of whatever gratitude. I mean a resilient, intentional gratitude to focus on what you do have. And I can hear you. You might be saying, Sam, you don't understand. Everything is a mess. I've been there. I completely get it. I promise you, if you look through the right lens, you're going to find something to be thankful for, and you're going to have to hold on to that gratitude because it's one of the vehicles that will carry you through this painful time. Number two is honoring our pain. I think so often we shame our pain. We hide our pain. We demean our pain. We kind of harass ourselves for being in pain. And the voice that we use to shame our pain can be so devastating, can be so agonizing. It continues to stuff it down. It continues to re-wound ourselves because we're not treating ourselves with compassion. We are not honoring our pain. Listen, you're in pain. One of the best things that you can do is honor that pain, not worship that pain, but honor it and say, look, I'm in absolute, laid open, gutted pain and hurt, and I am suffering. It doesn't mean that you just need to suck it up. It doesn't mean that you just need to go watch a few Navy SEAL videos and run out and try and change the world, if that's what you want to do. It means that you've got to understand. You have to be compassionate with the pain, with the hurt that's inside of you. Shaming it will not bring healing. Hating yourself is not going to bring healing, is not going to bring restoration, is not going to bring breakthrough. You might say, Sam, what does honoring my pain look like? Well, number one, you need help. So I hope you're finding the right help. Number two, it is taking the pain that you have to those that you're getting help from and not denying it, not shaming yourselves constantly, but being able to say, man, this is the pain that I'm in. I want to address it. I want to deal with it. I want to get help for it. I want to begin to bring it out from under the shadows and into the light, regardless of how dark the memories and the pain and the wounds might be. I'm going to honor this pain by not trying to outrun it any longer, but to be at peace with it, to, at some level, and this is going to sound weird, make friends with it and realize that it's a part of me. It's not going anywhere. I can't deny that it's there, but I can make peace with it and I can bring healing and restoration and understanding so that it doesn't have to captivate me. It doesn't have to rule my life and limit me the rest of my life. Number three is making the decision to see the situation with new eyes. Maybe not even just the situation. When's the last time you, if you come from faith, prayed? If you don't come from faith, really made a conscious choice to try and see your spouse or your partner with new eyes? When's the last time you tried to see your situation with new eyes? Where you said, you know what, I need a fresh outlook. That's why we have courses on our website that you can take, online courses. You can come to our intensive. You can do our free boot camp, if you will. But these videos, these courses, all of the material that we have, the experts that you will search out all over the country, they're going to tell you that they're going to eventually want to see you see your situation with new eyes, maybe even with a new heart that says, okay, what am I missing? I've constantly tried to do it this way and it hasn't worked. How can I see my spouse or my partner through new eyes? How can I see myself through new eyes? Part of the wonderful experience of expert third-party objective help is being able to cause you to see the situation outside of your own pain, outside of your own hurt, outside of your own perspective. Because if you keep seeing your mate through your own perspective, you're going to probably continue to hold on to the hurt, to the pain, to the animosity, to the resentment. If you continue to see your situation with this shaming, belittling, demeaning approach that comes from not honoring your pain, you're not seeing the situation with new eyes. You're stuck. And you're going to continue to find yourself spinning your wheels because you can't see it with fresh vision, fresh perspective, and fresh hope. I have learned we are incredibly stubborn. We may not look like it. We may even put on the appearance that we are malleable and we're just going through life and we're just good to go. But inherently, we can be incredibly stubborn. And it takes expert help to get us to the point where we can begin to say, okay, what I'm doing is not working, or what I'm doing is operating at such a snail's pace, I can't keep doing this. We've got to get expert help. We need fresh eyes, fresh vision, fresh help, because I don't want to keep reliving this. Number 4 is the concept of going forth into action. And I have to be honest with you. No one can work on you for you. No one can do the work that you need to do to heal. Whether you're betrayed, whether you're unfaithful, maybe you're both. Maybe you're divorced. There's still work that has to be done to heal the pain and the trauma that you have been subjected to. And as you decide to heal, everybody around you reaps the benefit. If you have children or grandchildren, they're all going to reap the benefit of the work that you are doing. All of the actionable items that you decide to take part in to heal, from books, from videos, from courses, from all the professional help that you might go and search out, you are being intentional. And I want to honor that today. It takes work sometimes to just get out of bed. How much more to get out of bed, find a video like this, plug in, and really try and learn from it. It takes work to heal. Healing is not for the faint of heart. Oh my gosh, you would think, I'm trying to do the right thing. It should be easy. It should be easy to find the right therapist, easy to find the right website, easy to find the right people to help me. It should be easy. Unfortunately, it does not work that way. It requires action. It requires a gritty, tough as nails approach to refuse to quit. As I get older, the temptation to just give up and quit on relationships or anything that is hard seems to grow exponentially. But as I alluded to earlier, that bright sadness, I'm able to honor the part of me that says, I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to just throw in the towel and forget why I started this journey in the first place. I'm going to work on me. I'm going to be the best me I can be, not just for myself, but for everybody around me. I don't know where you're at. I don't know what you're struggling with, but I do know that if you're watching me, you're probably navigating through intense, awful pain. I am so proud of you for your decision to watch today. I'm so hopeful for your own journey. I can't do it for you. If I could, I would. But I can at least encourage you today to not quit on you, to not shame yourself, but to honor your own pain, honor your own journey, honor the fact that you are still here today. I'm so glad you joined me today. Be strong. Be committed, be resilient.